Welcome to the presentation of the Outdoor Great Room Company's launch of the new Crystal Fire Plus burner system. We're going to cover 4 topics related to this new launch. First, there are some new government regulations headed to our industry in early 2020 that will have an effect on your business. We want to take some time to educate you on these new regulations and how you can prepare for these changes. Then we'll transition into our new Crystal Fire Plus burner systems and the new residential and commercial packages that we will have available. So let's get started. Starting on January 17th, 2020, the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, that regulates our industry is making some significant changes to their requirements for outdoor gas burner systems. This includes gas fire tables, gas fire pits, and fireplaces. All product manufactured after January 17th, 2020 is subject to be held to these new standards. There are several requirements within these standards, but the 3 that have the largest effect on manufacturers, dealers, and consumers are these. Any burner over 65,000 BTUs will not be allowed to be match lit. The days of lighting 200,000 BTU fire pits with a match are likely over, and that's a good thing. In addition, the new standards have much more rigorous requirements for both rain and wind tests that require the appliance to safely operate through these tests or safely extinguish and shut off the flow of gas. Let's take a look at these in more detail. As mentioned, burners over 65,000 BTUs will no longer be able to be match lit. This will require these burners to be lit with some sort of automatic system like an automatic sparker or ignition system. The Outdoor Great Room Company's standard product has always been compliant with this regulation and remains fully compliant moving forward. Many competitors who use true match light systems will likely be forced to add automatic sparkers into their systems. The rain and wind tests affect all burners regardless of BTU rating. The rain test is significantly more robust with these new standards. The new test exposes the burner to a simulated rainstorm for 15 minutes prior to ignition. This simulation is comparable to 7 to 10 inches of rain, which is the equivalent of 30 gallons of water. The burner must then start and operate normally within 13 minutes of startup. Then, once operating normal, the same rain test is applied while the burner is in operation. To pass, the burner either needs to operate normally through the test or extinguish safely, which includes shutting off the gas flow to the burner. All new OGC Crystal Fire Plus burner systems ignite properly and shut down safely. This is a very robust test that will likely result in all burner manufacturers to include thermocouples or flame sensing technology to shut off the flow of the gas to the burner to pass this test. Similarly, the burners must also pass a rigorous wind test. All burners must ignite and operate safely with a 10 mile per hour wind and withstand 31 mile per hour simulated gusts. All OGC Crystal Fire Plus burners passed this test and actually remained lit during the 31 mile per hour gusts. In addition to the aforementioned tests, the burners are also tested for clearance to combustible materials, component clearances, and to assure the materials used are reliable and safe for outdoor use. So in recap, the burners are tested to rain, wind, clearance to combustibles, component temperatures, and burner construction. The biggest component of this new standard will likely be that all burners must safely shut off the flow of gas in the event of loss of flame. These new testing standards are a positive move for our industry, and OGC is well ahead of the timeline to meet these new standards. Next, we're going to present to you the new Crystal Fire Plus technology. But before we do that, let's take a quick pause to answer any questions you might have regarding these new ANSI standards. Since its inception in 2005, the Crystal Fire burner has been widely used by consumers, contractors, and OEM suppliers and is considered to have the most authentic, realistic flame. Today, we are excited to introduce to you the new Crystal Fire Plus burner system. This system has all the characteristics that made the Crystal Fire burner the burner of choice for dealers and consumers, plus some great new improvements. Let's take a closer look at the plus in the new Crystal Fire Plus burners and what makes it so much better. There are 4 major improvements to the burner. First, greater flame with the same amount of BTUs. Second, improved reliability when exposed to rain. Third, It meets the new ANSI standards with incorporating a new control and safety shutoff system. And lastly, a new feature we call Positive Connect. Let's take a closer look at these 4 improvements. As you can see from this image, the ports on the plate of the burner are extruded like mini volcanoes. This new porting results in a significantly better looking flame. The flames are more full, more yellow, and approximately 10% higher with the same amount of BTUs as compared to the Crystal Fire burner. And in the event consumers desire an even larger flame, the new Crystal Fire Plus burners have the potential to boost your flames by using a larger orifice. Reach out to OGC directly to learn more about this option and talk through consideration for safe operation. Here are the visual results. The Crystal Fire Plus burner unquestionably provides a taller, fuller, more robust flame with this burner enhancement. Remember the rain test we talked about earlier? In a 15-minute period, over 30 gallons of water was showered on this burner system. In a storm of that magnitude, many burners allow rain to get into the burners, filling the burners with rain and allowing rain to actually get down into the gas line. And this can cause the burner to fail or not perform to its full potential. The new extruded ports not only provide you with a better looking flame, they are also ideal for shedding rain away from the ports and not allowing rain to enter the actual burner or gas line. In addition, the face of the burner has a slight pitch to it that will result in the rain being shed off to the sides and effectively drain through a small gap between the burner and the burner plate or tray. This all results in fewer issues for the consumer and fewer phone calls for you as a dealer. Here's another shot showing how the burner insert interfaces with the burner plate. The pitch burner insert will shed rain to the perimeter and drain through the gap between the insert and plate. The new valve on the Crystal Fire Plus burners for residential use is what we call the VCSV, or Variable Controlled Safety Valve. This system incorporates a thermocouple system that will meet the new ANSI standards by safely shutting down the flow of gas in the event of flame being absent from an aggressive rain or windstorm. In addition, this control will light the burner at a lower BTU level and once lit, allow the consumer to have full adjustability from low to high. The image above on the left shows the flow of gas through the valve for initial ignition. Once the flame is present for a few seconds, you turn the valve open even further to allow gas to flow through the main body of the valve and reach its full BTU potential as shown in the image on the right. It's important at the end of this presentation to take a minute and have all of your salespeople go through the lighting process of this burner, as it is different from what you were used to in the past. It is important that you as salespeople are comfortable and confident with the lighting of these burners so you can portray this confidence to your consumers. Let's pause here to take a minute to manually light the CFP burner. The images above show the visuals of the new safety thermocouple system. Notice the sparker and thermocouple are enclosed in a cage-like structure to minimize the effects of wind, debris, etc. This cage can be covered by your media, but it's important the open area in front of the cage is not covered with media. The image on the bottom shows the proper coverage of media on top and surrounding the thermocouple system. The final major feature of the new Crystal Fire Plus burner system is what we call Positive Connect. All the gas connections for this burner are made at the factory with the obvious exception of the final connection to your gas source. This helps assure quality and safety and reduces labor in the field for installers and consumers. As per the instructions in the manual, all connections should be tested for tightness and leaking. The control panel will not need to be ordered separately. It will be included with the unit and the consumer just needs to attach the VCSV valve and control panel to the fire pit. Better flame, greater reliability, easier installation, and compliance to the industry's new standards are all what will continue to make the Crystal Fire Plus burner the system of choice for consumers, contractors, and dealers. Let's pause again briefly to answer any questions you might have on the new Crystal Fire Plus technology. Now that we have a good understanding of the new ANSI standards and the benefits of the new Crystal Fire Plus burner system, let's show you how we incorporate these into our everyday offering of standalone burners. We have created two separate burner programs for our Crystal Fire Plus burners. They are the residential and commercial rated burners. We will share the differences of these over the next few slides, but in general, the commercial burners will typically require an electronic ignition system that allows the appliance to be hooked up to a remote switch in conjunction with a safety gas shutoff. More to follow on this requirement. Let's first look at the residential burner program. This program is designed for the average backyard setting where the controls will be on the burner enclosure itself and where the consumer does not have electrical access to the burner and where people enjoying the fire pit have full access to its controls. Choosing the right burner for this application is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Choose your style, choose your size and shape, and choose your options. Let's go over each of these steps. Step 1 is to choose the style of the burner. Choose from either the traditional burner or the burner insert with burner plate. Think of these two systems as being similar to either a drop-in sink or an undermount sink. The traditional burner requires a fire pit top surface with a specific dimension for the lip of the burner to support the burner around the entire perimeter. The burner insert and plate is more commonly used with the traditional landscape blocks. Installers will typically lay a few courses of block, then install the burner plate in place, and lay the final course of block to cover the edges of the plate. With this application, the top course and burner plate act as your tray, and the media will fully cover the stainless steel burner, resulting in no visual stainless steel. Step 2 is to simply choose your shape and size. The burners are available in 24-inch square burners, 20 and 30-inch round burners, and then 24-inch, 42-inch, and 64-inch burners, which are the same burner sizes used in most of our linear fire tables. From there, we also offer 6-foot, 7-foot, 8-foot, 9-foot, and 10-foot linear burners, in all 11 stock sizes and shapes. All the square, round, and linear burners up to 64-inch burners can be shipped via FedEx. The same shapes and sizes are available in stock for burner inserts and plates. Lastly, step 3 is to choose your options. All Crystal Fire Plus residential burners come standard with a variable control safety valve and clear media. Optional media, glass guards, logs, and burner finishes are available to match the consumer's desires. Also, all residential burners ship standard with an LP orifice installed. For your convenience, all OGC residential burners will ship with an optional natural gas orifice to make it easy for you to convert in the field. So it is just as easy as 1, 2, 3 to order your new Crystal Fire Plus residential burner system. If you thought that was easy, you will find the commercial package to be easy as well. Burners for commercial applications will often require electronic ignition and an accessible emergency shutoff control. OGC uses DSI, or Direct Spark Ignition System, as an electronic ignition system. DSI allows the burner to operate from a control that is located away from the appliance. This is typically in a controlled area where only authorized personnel have access to the controls. The process for ordering a commercial burner system is equally as easy as ordering a residential system. Same steps apply. Order your style, either traditional burner or burner insert and plate. Same shapes and sizes for residential burners are also available for commercial burners, and all of these sizes are stocked and ready for your order. And that includes both traditional burners and burner inserts and plates. This next step is different than the residential burners. Since controls for commercial burners are often located away from the burner, we offer various control options to choose from. The standard control shown here ships standard with each DSI burner system and can be used as the primary control if desired and meets local codes. The 4-hour timer can replace the standard on-off switch and also be located at the appliance. The timer can be controlled to any interval up to 4 hours. This is often desired to prevent the fire pit from being run for extended periods of time without being attended. This helps assure safety and conserves fuel. Several options are available for controls located away from the burner, an electrician can simply install a standard on-off switch or use any combination of our controls shown. The combination of on-off or timer with an emergency stop are very common. However, some municipalities will require the emergency stop to be located within X amount of distance from the burner, and that may not be a desirable place for the actual on-off or timer control. There are a couple additional points we want to clarify. Controls should always be located in a spot where the user has line of sight to the burner so they can easily visually check to make sure the burner is safe to turn on. Secondly, the emergency stop is an electronic control, not a gas control. The e-stop will be installed by your electrician. When activated, it will shut off the flow of power to the burner, which will in effect stop the flow of gas. There are many considerations for the control category, so let's pause to answer any questions you have on controls for commercial burners. The last step is the same for commercial burners. Order your desired media, glass guards, logs, and burner finishes to complete your selection. Please also note that all commercial burners from OGC will need to be ordered specifically for natural gas or LP. So in review, the residential burners ship LP with the natural gas orifice included, and commercial burners will need to be ordered for the specific fuel type. So isn't that easy? And remember that these are all stocked items and many can be shipped via FedEx for your speed and convenience. Now that you know how cool these burners are and how easy they are to order, you can use your imagination to design your own fire pit enclosure to use with the new Crystal Fire Plus burners. But if you need a little help, OGC offers a full line of ready-to-finish fire pit enclosures to make it easy for you. These are all constructed of galvanized steel studs wrapped with non-combustible hardy board and have cutouts to match our various size burners and controls. Several shapes and sizes are available for you to choose from. And that's it. You're ready to design and order the fire pit of your customer's dreams. Before we part, we wanted to also make you aware of our new commercial fire table stocking program. Basically, OGC looked at our top selling tables over the last couple of years that were ordered with electronic ignition systems. We have simply taken these 3 SKUs and will be stocking these with DSI controls for your convenience. This being said, any of the OGC fire tables can be ordered with the optional DSI system, but may have a longer lead time. Thank you for taking time to learn more about the new changes in our industry and the cool new technology and products offered by Outdoor Great Room Company. We believe these products and programs will work for you because they look great, are reliable, and super easy to understand, order, and install. Lastly, we truly want to be your first choice for outdoor burners and fire tables and believe these new programs will cover the needs for the large majority of your applications. That said, over the years we have produced thousands of custom products. If you have a need for something unique, please reach out to OGC to talk through your project and the opportunity to quote a customized product that meets your customers' needs. Thank you again from all of us at the Outdoor Great Room Company, where our mission is to provide a lifetime of outdoor experience through fire.